Hello. Hello, camera one. We have two cameras. Crazy. You should say hello to your camera.
Hi, guys.
Okay, this is very awkward.
We should introduce her.
Yeah, we should. I think if people listen to the last 15 podcast episodes, they know exactly who that is.
I'm Bel Stone. So nice to meet you all. That was too intense. Cut that out.
We talked about you so much that now they'll be like, oh, we see. what
I'm
they're
so
talking."
happy to be
You have high
here.
expectations
Oh,
to live
shit.
up to.
Sure.
All right, so the Catholic Church.
Wow.
Not first. Prime me. Prime me. Oil it up.
You gonna do an intro or just
Do
raw
we do
talk?
an intro? Do we usually do an intro?
No, we don't.
I have an intro.
Belle has some notes for the podcast.
I do. Well, re-listening to your episodes to prepare myself for today, I actually did write some notes in my notes app. I have 3.
Oh boy.
First of all, I'm worried about you too.
Okay,
Check that
follow
out.
question. Who are you more worried about?
Ooh, it varies per episode. Honestly, you do take turns.
Doing a good job with
Yeah,
that.
you're really varying it.
That's kind of the goal.
But that's the strategic decision. Every
Yes.
episode, it has to be focused on one of us.
Very well done.
So
So that way, like, nobody tries
Yeah.
to section one us.
Yeah.
Like, you forget about it. for a week.
You haven't talked about the other guy's mental illness. And
so nobody takes over. We're both
yeah,
messed
so
up.
right,
Yeah.
so right. The second one is you guys talk about Jesus way more than I do. Way more.
Oh, by the way, we should say Belle is a chaplain.
Yeah. that's important. So-
And she's the only chaplain I know, so she's going to get a lot of Catholic questions.
to be honest, I get it because the last episode I was talking about Jesus a lot, and I'm Muslim, so
Yeah.
I'm so far from this.
Maz knows so little about religion, and he's so religious.
Yeah, even about my religion,
Yeah.
it's not good.
Like, we ordered pizza yesterday, and he was like, "Oh, I can't eat pork." And I was like, "You've been talking about your sex life this whole time."
It's like, hey, so we
You
win
can
someone.
pork. You can eat pork.
We win someone, we lose some. Okay.
Yeah, you can pork though.
Like we cannot, like, I don't know, man. I can live without pork.
Right.
Yeah,
You can't.
I probably can live without sex, but I choose not to.
Sad too.
Yeah.
Because I can, but it's not.
So right. And my third note is you always say you're opening up about something, and it feels like I'm reading a porno every time I read an episode description.
That's on you, buddy.
Yeah.
It's all you,
Yeah.
buddy.
Maz is opening up
Maz
about
is- yeah.
Maz is
I like
opening up, period.
Yeah, that's all you, brother. Because he is the social media genius behind this. And I am
The people want opening up.
Yeah. We open up.
We did open up a lot.
It goes against both of our religions to open up, but
Lighting.
yeah.
It certainly doesn't look like a porn setup at all.
No,
we got a casting couch here.
It is. This is just a very, very unattractive version of the casting couch.
Listen, is it that color for a reason?
Hey, no stains. Is what I'm saying.
Heard? Great.
Oh man, if I saw myself on a porn thumbnail,
That'll be hints. Dude, I'll put that as credit. Like, are you kidding?
what would be our caption? If it's just you and me on a couch,
Brotherhood,
brotherhood,
camaraderie.
2 comrades get down and dirty.
Because I think,
yeah.
I think last episode.
Muslim tries Christian pork.
This is so bad.
I like that one.
This is
That's a
horrible.
good
Both
one.
disappoint parents.
It turns out it's not worth it.
Yeah.
No, it's also because last time I tried to make him guess last episode what do I search when I go on porn website,
Yeah.
and he said something. We had to cut it off. It was super. We can't say that on podcast. No platform will let us keep doing it if we say what he
Yeah.
said.
Yeah.
And the answer was affection, which was way sadder.
yeah.
I just searched affection
I
porn.
edited that out too.
Yeah.
Anyway, we should talk about
Have
Belle.
you been hugged today?
I did.
Yeah, okay,
Yeah.
good.
As is opening up.
We need to close down. Close down.
Yeah, shut it.
We're opening up too much.
Can I give a note for this podcast?
Yeah.
Last time we shot here, I watched the episode and I had my legs crossed like this in shorts.
Yeah.
It's so much thigh.
Oh, I'm giving the
So
camera
distracted.
like full thigh over
No,
here.
you're good.
Yeah. No, that's good for numbers. Could you get your feet? Could you get your feet up
My
too?
feet, I don't actually have that nice of feet.
Rank them. Rank them. Click. the link here to see more foot pics from Mel.
That's free of charge.
The thing is, if one day everyone in this room is gonna blow up as a comic, and someone is gonna dig this shit up and put what you just did on feetfinder.com,
Yeah.
and it's gonna be a problem.
It's gonna happen when I run for public office.
Oh,
They're
yeah.
gonna be like,
Okay, note for future Maz, blur feet when you're editing.
And that, well, I don't know, it might be good for our podcast.
No,
Like, imagine if we had like, oh, you could see Sarah Sherman's feet on our podcast.
that's gonna be the motto now. It's not mental break. It's like feet break loose.
footloose.
Footloose.
That brings me to my first question. Would you sell foot pics to get ahead in comedy?
To get ahead in comedy,
This is actually
who would the feet pics be going to? Would they be going to a loving home?
no.
They never are. They are never going to someone who's mentally well.
What loving home does that?
Yeah.
Also, what loving home is really good at comedy?
That's true. Would I sell feet pics to get ahead in comedy? I'm just like not that attached to my feet, so like maybe.
Right. It doesn't feel that, but
What's the
Yeah.
number? What's the number you have on feet? Like how much
Like,
for
How
would
much?
you-
Like if somebody's like, I would give you this much
X
money.
amount of money? How much is that?
Man, I'm like pretty low on money right now. Like maybe $1,000. Is $1,000
oh,
low?
my price is lower.
Like,
Wow.
Although my feet are so fucked up from like playing basketball and stuff
Yeah.
that like I have like more dead toenails than alive ones. So I think I'd rather like a picture of my dick leak than a picture of my feet.
Well, two dead things you don't want to leak: dick and foot.
Yeah. So I think it's for me, it's
alright.
500 for penis, 1,000 for feet.
Okay.
Oh, you're more protective of the feet than the penis.
Yeah. I think if my feet pics got out, they'd be
a
worried
problem.
about me.
Wow.
My dick pics are way more expensive. They are boutique.
Yeah.
You know, like you did on your show yesterday, they did a fuck, marry, kill on his girlfriend. Like Maddie, if she was this, Maddie.
Yeah.
So Maddie, if she was into rave, Maddie, if she had a list. But one of them was Maddie, if she was a bodybuilder.
Mhm.
Right? And I think you chose fuck. No, you
Yeah,
fucked the
maybe.
rave.
I
girl.
don't remember what the other ones
But
were,
the thing is, the reason, what I can think about, if she was a bodybuilder, she would have a piece. You know this thing? They take all steroids. Some of their genitalia part gets so big, it's almost like a micro penis.
Oh.
Did you know that?
No.
Okay.
Did I know
That's a
that?
gym bro. That was a gym bro info.
That's somebody that's deep dived too far into steroids.
Yeah. Like it gets weird.
Yeah, I mean, if Maddie had a giant clit, I'd deep throat it. Is that what you're asking?
Yeah, kind of. That's what I was asking.
It's getting a little hot in here, isn't it?
Okay.
Do we want to do questions from me?
Sure.
Oh, actually,
Do we want to talk Catholic stuff first?
Yeah, do it. Let's do 5 minutes on Catholicism.
Yeah, that's the shallow end for
I
me.
was trying to like tell her about your background. What is the name of your sect?
it's Pentecostal Christian.
Oh, sure,
So
sure,
it's the
sure.
speaking in tongues kind.
Yeah.
Yeah. So my family still does that shit. So
Just casually on the dinner table, they were talking in tongues.
not that often, but maybe I would hear my dad in the other room being like, and it was usually when we were low on money. And I get like, sometimes I've been so broke that I'm like, I would say gibberish if I thought it would get me.
Make that money come.
Who's paying for this?
Well, no one was paying, but like my parents would have to pray for money a lot.
Oh,
One time we went to vacation Bible school. Did you ever do that?
I went to extreme faith camp.
Extreme faith
Yeah,
camp?
it was very extreme. It would be like, like cliff jumping, like whitewater rafting, like intense adoration of the Holy Eucharist.
Plus, they just put you in life and death situations.
Yeah. And they were like, God is real. And we were like, yes!
jumping off the cliff. I can see him. I can see him right now.
Yeah. Every time you like finish it, like you shouldn't have survived that. But God was
you
there
get
for
down
you.
on your knees and you thank God. Yeah, there comes a time in every child's life where you go to the woods, right? You all did that?
I at my vacation Bible school, my parents would complain. They were just very cheap, but like they were poor, but they would play it up so that way we wouldn't like ask for things. So even if it was just like, could I get a water from the gas station? My mom would just go like, we have no money.
Mm.
And so at a vacation Bible school, they were taking prayer requests.
Mhm.
And I said, I would like God to give us money because we can't afford water.
Oh my God.
And they pulled me aside afterwards and I remember sitting on the teacher's lap
Yeah.
and her being like, she was hot. It was fine.
She was. How old were you? 14? You're like sitting, sitting on.
I was like, do you mind if I sit here?
Yeah.
No, she was like, can I get your address? And blah, blah, which is kind of actually like, in retrospect, does sound creepy.
Yeah.
But then they showed up to our house with like tons of groceries. And when they showed it, like, yeah, it was very sweet.
That's very
But
sweet.
my mom was like, what did you tell them?
Oh my God. Your mom's
then-
pissed at these groceries.
Yeah. So like they gave us groceries, but we already had, like, my mom had just gone grocery shopping.
Yeah.
Because it wasn't that dire.
Right.
And so they were like putting in like 2 gallons of milk where we already had like 2 gallons of milk. So they were all so confused. And then my mom just gave groceries around to other people.
Oh. But,
So
and
you're
that's-
just a liar to them right now.
Well, they probably were like, this guy's lying because he wanted to sit on that hot girl's lap. But I was like,
That's a long con. That's a really long con.
yeah. I'm like, whatever. I got my boner. I'm fine. God bless.
14 Jonathan
At
is
what
creepy.
cost? Yeah.
14 Jonathan is creepy.
Oh yeah. Every 14-year-old boy is a creep.
Yeah. Moving on.
Come on.
Next joke.
Scene.
Okay, so you grew up Catholic.
Yeah.
Your dad is the super Catholic one or both?
No, I would say my parents are both medium Catholic. They're both like devout Catholics. It was the extreme faith camp that really, I think,
Oh wow.
fucked me up a little bit. I don't know if the extreme faith camp isn't going to listen to this. But I had a lot of unlearning to do when I went to college. And so, that's when I discovered my parents are like a lot cooler than I thought they would be, and like are still devout Catholics. I like had this image in my mind where they were like super Catholic, and they weren't.
Oh yeah, they would chill.
They're vibes. No, they are super Catholic, just like in a nice way.
Yeah.
Like they didn't disown me when I came out to them, for
did you go to
example.
college?
Yeah.
I went to college at Gonzaga University in Spokane, Washington.
Mm. Where?
That's a Catholic college. I'm from Wisconsin.
Oh, that
Yeah.
kind of tracks.
Yeah.
Like your vibe is like Milwaukee.
Thank you. I think, which is what we call the armpit of Wisconsin.
Yeah,
I'm
you're
like
giving
way up
armpit
north.
vibes.
Yeah.
That's what it is.
Give me armpit of the Midwest vibes.
Yeah, because like you
Yeah.
have like a does Wisconsin count as Midwest?
Yes, very.
Okay.
Like,
you have Midwest,
yeah.
but like still hippie enough.
Yeah, that's because I spent the time on the West Coast.
Right. That'll do.
Oh, so you went
Mhm.
Wisconsin to
Washington.
where were you? Like West Coast, LA?
Washington State for 4 years, and then down in LA for a year.
Wow, you in LA, you're so sweet, and LA is such an
It
evil
was
place.
so, oh my gosh, it was so insane. I think I was talking to Viv about this, but like the women I
By the
dated
way,
in LA.
Viv is right off. Camera.
Yeah, Viv
We
is
should-
right there.
Viv is, we love Viv Martin, and
We
we
love
decided
Viv
also
Martin.
Viv needs to be here off camera.
Yeah.
But Viv is coming soon in an episode.
Yeah.
So yeah.
But I was talking to Viv about this. LA women chewed me up and spat me out. Like I was so sweet in comparison. I love a aloof woman. I love a over affectionate man. I love an aloof woman. So yeah.
The thing is with like LA, like if I was in LA and I met you,
Mhm.
I'd be like, she's faking this. There's no way she's that nice in here in LA.
I got that a lot, actually. Yeah.
It does make sense because
Yeah.
you're such a nice person, and LA is hell.
Yeah.
You're in hell.
I was only there for a week, and I still thought they were nicer than the people in Boston.
Well, Boston is
Yeah, it's
Another
but it's a
thing.
different Boston. I don't know if Boston's like mean necessarily. It's just like very
yeah.
straightforward.
In LA, they're nice to you if they think you can do something for them.
Right.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Yeah. And I was like a teacher, so I couldn't do anything.
I wore
for
a
them.
suit the whole time I was in
Yeah.
LA, so I thought they were
Totally.
very nice.
Absolutely.
I kept saying I worked for SNL.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Is everyone like just very pretty in LA?
Yes. Oh
everyone's
my gosh.
gorgeous.
I don't mean to
No, please do.
I'm like, I would say that I'm medium attractive. I'm not fishing. I'm just saying in the Midwest.
Put
I'm
your
like,
feet up again, and we'll let the people decide. We'll put up a
Guys,
poll
it's
here.
more blurring for me.
no, listen, here's the thing is that in the Midwest, I'm like an 8 or 9. Okay. In Los Angeles, I'm like a 4, genuinely, genuinely. And I would say that about like,
A lot of. I mean,
A
Boston
lot.
is that way.
yeah.
Like a
yeah,
Boston 10 is like an LA 6.
Yes.
something like
Yes. Yes.
that.
I would say that's
she
very
smells like cigarettes.
Right. She smells like
Oh, it's like some intangible things.
Yeah.
Some people I feel like men and women in Boston, I think they're very attractive, but then they start talking. They'd be
Why'd
like,
you look at Viv?
Whoa. I'm trying to engage conversation with everyone. Also, Viv doesn't talk.
You went,
like
but then they
that.
start talking.
Trying to have eye
Viv
contact with
also
all the
neither
crowd.
man nor woman.
You will.
Fucked up in a lot of ways.
Yeah.
Blur that whole thing out. Just blur yourself.
As an editor in power, I will delete the entire segment. No, but really, like the moment they start talking, it'd be like, ugh. You just drop 2 points immediately.
Oh yeah, men too.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love calling people Boston tall. I love calling men Boston tall.
What is it?
I'm Boston short, so that sucks.
Like, there's a stereotype that a lot of men in Boston are really short, and so I love calling men Boston tall because I'm like, you're a middle, like you're not tall, but you're Boston tall, like you're like a middle size because men love to think they're tall.
Oh yeah, there's a lot
They
of
love-
5'11" guys thinking they're the shit,
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Wow.
and I'm 5'8" on a good day. And I know
The day you wear your
place.
platform heels.
Yeah.
You are. How many tissues are in there right now?
Yeah, I treat every day like I'm trying to get on a ride at Six Flags.
That's a great life perspective.
Yeah.
It's not bad. Yeah.
Okay. We can get to the questions, but we can take a pause.
Well, we didn't even really touch on Catholicism that much.
Okay, let's just touch.
Also, the extreme faith thing. What was the craziest? Like, what really fucked you up?
We would chant in Latin, like in the morning and at night, which is like a very beautiful practice. You know, the thing that did fuck me up actually is when they did the men and women's talk, which is where like they do the sex talk, right? And the women go in, have a deep conversation, and the men go play kickball. And that's the talk. So I remember this one conversation where one of the older women chaperones, who I really respected, she was like, what's the difference? Like what's the similarity actually between a woman and a shovel? And we were like, what? And she was like, both are used. And I was like, Jesus Christ.
But why did she pick a shovel?
I don't know. I remember it was
Could have
legitimately
used
a
a
shovel.
blender, a spoon, a fork. A lot of things are
So
used.
many appliances that she
Yeah.
was like,
She was like, I really cooked with that one.
She was like,
I thought of
ate
shovel off the top of my head.
Yeah.
she was crushing the conversation.
Yeah.
She was really killing it. I was traumatized. Yeah.
Both are used.
So
Crazy. It's crazy.
yeah, that kind of messed me up.
We had that. They had pool parties that were to talk about abstinence.
Catholics do?
Oh no!
Oh,
my weird
yeah,
Pentecostal
yeah.
cult. They had the girls have a pool party and they talked to them. I don't know. I didn't check what they said to them, but we had a pool party and we never got in the pool because the person said that if you kiss a girl, it's a sin and like you'll go to hell.
Oh,
And I
they said that to me too. If you kiss a girl.
you get my struggle.
We're the same.
Yeah.
I think
And I so strongly debated it that it went on for hours and we never got in the pool. Everyone else hated me, but I was like, I'm right.
I'm right.
Yeah.
No, that's like the worst part is thinking about all the ways I reinforced harmful things when I was a child.
Oh, yeah.
So-
I definitely,
Mhm.
I had to, I'm sure that if you went deep enough in my Facebook, there would be me saying something pro-gay that was also horribly offensive.
Yeah.
And I was just like, I was like, sure, it's a sin, but let them live, something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're loud.
They're loud.
The music choices is so good though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they dress perfectly for some reason.
I think Zach Stewart has a joke about that. He was like, "Oh, you were like You spent your entire life in the closet, and this is how you dress tonight.
Yeah.
I love that.
We love Zach.
All right, we'll get to more Catholicism through the questions. You want to take a quick break?
I just need to, let's just cut on the.
I have something by cameras. Is it?
Okay.
I'm gonna go to the bathroom. Not that I.
I'm gonna get another polar. Is that cool?
Podcasts like that I've dated. Basically, either I dated a girl who then became a lesbian,
Yeah.
or I've dated a girl who was like a lesbian but made an exception. And then
Yeah.
and I don't know what that says
how
about me,
Ryan
but I'm just like
feels.
Chaperonis.
I will say that's how I feel about the priesthood. I've been left for the priesthood twice. That's a weird thing to happen twice. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah. It's kind of like you.
It's like
it feels like you were the last straw.
Yeah, literally. They both said the same thing. They were like, "Your faith was so inspirational to me that I had to dedicate my life to the church." And I'm like, or I could have just not said what I said to you.
Yeah, quick question on that. This is messed up, and then we can move from that. So you cannot be a priest unless you're a man.
Right.
What if you identify as a man?
That's also a no-go.
Yeah, I was gonna say I don't think you can just
Wouldn't believe
identify.
me.
I don't think that's a loophole.
Yeah.
What if you transition?
No. Yeah.
What? There are no ways.
Unfortunately, there have been several cases where that has been the case. Like if I was if I told them, if I was upfront about it, I'm like, if I, for example, was a trans man, which I'm not, if I said that, they would say no. But there are several cases throughout history where people that have transitioned have gone into the priesthood and had full priest careers and then found out later.
Gotcha.
So as long as you don't rat yourself out.
Right, I guess. They don't shower together to my knowledge, so I think there's not.
What's the locker room situation for the priests?
They're always wearing sandals together, which is very suspicious, I would say.
I love Maz's solution though, because it's like, well, if we can't have a female president, can we have a trans man president? Like I don't know if Middle America is gonna get on board with that, but
I just wanted to know where Christianity is drawing the line for a man.
Yeah.
Like, what is it?
I will say I thought of a sick burn this morning when I was in church. I pre-gamed this. I went to mass and I thought to myself, man, I guess male priests do prove God exists because if God can work through a man, because if a woman was doing it, I'd be like, yeah, obviously this is
Yeah.
it's sacred, but
right.
if God can work through all men leadership, then
This man is emotionally intelligent. Maybe he
God
did
might
create the
be
world.
real. Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. Subscribe, smash that like button, subscribe. We'll kill ourselves if you don't.
Yeah. Smash the like button, smash the subscribe button. Actually, just smash. Whatever you want to do, just smash.
Smash.
Even if it's your neighbor, just smash.
Yeah, smash the dislike button.